The Chicago Bears and Mike Ditka. As a player, he was what tough is all about. And now, as a coach, he embodies the unmistakable image of the Chicago Bears. Ditka's Bears, no quarter asked. No quarter given, the monsters of the Midway. Teams with fire in the belly. Teams coached by Mike Ditka.
I love to see physical football. I love to see people hit people. That's what it is, man. And people don't like that, they shouldn't watch it. You hit them fair, square, within the rules of the game, but you hit them because that's how you earn respect.
Tonight, Mike Ditka's 3-0 Bears will certainly have that respect. He may be less emotional now, but he's definitely in control. There is no question these are Mike Ditka's Chicago Bears.
I am who I am. I mean, I do things a certain way. Whether people like them or accept them or not, I can't really worry about that because I think that's the way I'm supposed to do them. You know, I think I was put here for a purpose, and I'm fulfilling the purpose.
The New York Jets beat the undefeated Chicago Bears on ABC's Monday Night Football. Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for the Jets and the Bears coming live from Chicago? We're gonna make you smile and get rid of your blues. Monday Night Football boogie for you. Are you ready for the football? It's the game of the week that's coming your way. It's Monday Night Football and it's time to play. And tonight, the undefeated Chicago Bears, they're 3-0, take on the 1-2 New York Jets. Hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Gifford, along with Al Michaels and Dan Dierdorf. So very happy you're with us as the Jets meet the Bears tonight. The Bears are off to a 3-0 season. Mike Ditka has them playing Bears football, and that means tough and kind of ugly. They have won 3 games. They have won the hard way, and they had a measure of revenge last week against the New York Giants to beat them. The Giants took them out of the playoffs a year ago, 31-3, and the Bears held on a very hot day to beat the Giants 20-17. So it's a Bear team that is a good Bear team, and they're playing Bear football. They're taking on a very rapidly improving New York Jets team. The general manager who came in less than 2 years ago, Dick Steinberg, has turned this team around along with head coach Bruce Coslett. They've been here less than 2 years, and they have 28 new players playing on this Jets football team, and it's a good football team, and it's getting better every day. It's also a team that could shock these Bears tonight. They are that good right now, and it's also a team that could shock the Bears. If the Bears happen to be now looking ahead to Buffalo next week, they're undefeated in Washington the following week, and you tend to do that.
Frank, a funny thing about the Jets, they're always saying they're rapidly improving, but when you look at this franchise, they've been around since 1960, and yet this team's legacy is one game. Granted, it was a milestone game, Super Bowl III, but that was almost 23 years ago. Since then, they have become the NFL's wannabes. This team has not finished in first place since 1969, and they have been to the playoffs only 4 times in 21 seasons. So they keep saying we're getting better and we're building, and the fans keep saying when. What they need is a big victory, and it's a long time since they've had a very big victory, and tonight clearly would fall into that category if they can beat the Bears on a Monday night in Chicago. Their offensive line has to do a great job tonight against the Bear defense to protect Ken O'Brien and to open holes for people like Blair Thomas. Dan, let's talk about the Chicago Bears. The Bears come in unbeaten, 3-0, but you might say they are barely 3-0.
And I know that was no pun intended.
No, not at all.
But, Al, you're right. They are barely 3-0. They have won their 3 games by an aggregate total of 8 points. The vaunted Bear rushing attack, it's averaging less than 100 yards a game at only 97. And they're in minus numbers in the giveaway-takeaway ratio. Well, how can the Bears be 3-0? A couple of things come to mind. One is the play of their rapidly improving quarterback, Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh is throwing the ball at a better than 65% completion percentage. You can see there twice as many touchdowns as interceptions. His decision-making is better. He's staying in the pocket better. He is on his way to being a fine NFL quarterback. The other reason, quite simply, is Mike Ditka. You have to worry about an emotional and even a physical letdown after a big win over the Giants last week. Ditka's response, there will be no letdown. No other coach in the NFL exercises his will over his team to the extent Mike Ditka does.
And Mike Ditka has guided his team since 1985 to a 22-2 mark in September. In his 10th year, he has 93 regular season wins, as the graphic indicated, plus 6 in postseason. So overall, seeking his 100th victory as the Chicago Bears head coach tonight. People were shocked and surprised when the Bears picked Harbaugh number 1 in 1987. Now clearly the starter with McMahon gone, Tomczak gone. Anderson and Muster, the starting backs. Davis and Waddle are the wideouts. Thornton, the tight end. And the guys up front, the 4 veterans at the bottom, and then the rookie left tackle Stan Thomas. Jimbo Covert out for the season. Anderson on a sweep. And a flag is thrown as Anderson gets to the 20. He is submarined by Lonnie Young. And it will go against Chicago. Up even further as we look at the Jets, who now play a 4-3. Washington, Mercereau, Bird, their leading sacker last year, and Lageman, the right end. Mo Lewis, Kyle Clifton, the steady, solid, and unspectacular middle linebacker, and Joe Kelly. And then the secondary, Stargell and Hasty. Hasty is outstanding. Washington and Lonnie Young, the former Cardinal, who came over in a trade in June and won the starting spot.
So a break of sorts for the Bears.
So after all that and all of the markers, we're back to 2nd and 17. That's James Rouse now in the backfield. They take the draw to him, and Harbaugh has to unload, and Waddle makes the catch at the 33 as James Hasty makes the tackle. So the Jets were coming, and Harbaugh got rid of it. Mercereau put the pressure on.
Obviously, both of them thinking the other guy was going to take him. Here's the pressure up the middle. There's Mercereau dumping Harbaugh, who never sees this completion. But look how wide open Waddle is downfield. I mean, that is just a plain blow in the Jets secondary.
Gain of 38, opening stages of the game with no score. It appeared the Jets jumped, but there are no flags, and Harbaugh goes deep, and now there's a flag at the end of the play as Tom Waddle was back there with the Jets defensive back, Tony Stargell.
Watch it. Well, that's a tight call if that's going against Stargell.
Pass interference. Number 45 on a defense. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
That's James Rouse in motion, and they give it to Neil Anderson. And Anderson takes it to the 24-yard line, where he is stopped by Lageman. Chicago at the Jet 23-yard line. Harbaugh, great protection, and wide open, making the catch at the 17 is Tom Waddle, and he is out of bounds at the 12. 3rd down and 9, and the Bears have Gentry and Kozlowski in the game. 4 receivers, sending Davis to the left. They fake the give to Anderson. A flag is thrown. The play is dead. The play is dead. Yeah.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 60 offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Beginning this drive, deep in their own territory. Again, Chicago with 4 wide receivers. 3rd and 14, and the pass is low, intended for Anderson. And so Chicago bogs down, and that will bring in Kevin Butler, one of the best in the league.
And he's taking advantage of it.
33-yard field goal. And Butler boots it through. 9:50 remaining. First quarter in Chicago. Bears 3, Jets nothing.
Same result.
Kevin Butler's kick is a bouncer. Fielded at the 7-yard line by Terrence Mathis. And Mathis breaks all the way out to the 45-yard line. And we'll take a look right now at the New York Jets. Ken O'Brien. I don't have to tell you, he is not very mobile. He is prone to getting sacked very often. In his 8th year, this is their basic alignment. Thomas and Baxter, though they could open in a one-back. Toon and Moore, the wideouts. Boyer was hurt last week. He's back this week. And there's the offensive line, and they've got to do the job tonight. White is called the road grader. Eatman is the longtime chief. Cadigan back from knee surgery. And they open with a one-back set here on 1st down. O'Brien with the 3 wideouts into the pattern. He hits Al Toon, and Toon takes it to the 26-yard line. So he comes off a week in which he caught 8 balls against Buffalo.
At 6'4" on one side, Rob Moore is 6'3" on the other side, and the Bears cornerbacks and Lemuel Stinson bought the deep move totally by Toon, but the Bears cornerbacks
Set with 3 wideouts. That's Blair Thomas behind O'Brien. Play clock down to 2, and here's Thomas exploiting the right side for 5. Make the tackles. The missing name, of course, is Dan Hampton, retired. Armstrong, McMichael, the Fridge himself, and Richard Dent, MVP in the Super Bowl in '85. Roper, the great Singletary, and Rivera. And then the corners. Walford is back. He was hurt last week and missed the game. Stinson on the other side. Paul and Carrier. Down for Brad Baxter as he takes it to the 10-yard line. Wolford makes the tackle. So each team with an impressive opening drive. First down for New York. For the first time, the Jets have 2 men in the backfield, and they give it to Baxter again, and he takes it to the 6-yard line. And a flag goes down at the end of the play.
Scrimmage, and to this point, that's exactly what we're seeing.
It is still a first down. It is 1st and 2.5 after the penalty and 3.5 for the touchdown. Baxter gets to the 3, and William Perry is there for the tackle.
last night, about 360 pounds. Still, he's like a cat.
That's Freeman McNeil set on a wing to the left, and on second down, a little fade pattern and interference in the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal, and the flag winds up right in the face of Chris Burkett, and there are 2 flags, in fact, on the play.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 75, 5-yard penalty, repeat second down.
From the 8, they can get a first down without the touchdown. O'Brien throws, it is caught by Burkett, and he is down at the 2. There's no fumble, but he appears to be a little short of the first. It is Rob Moore. Moore made the catch, and he is hurt. He pays the price.
Well, David Tate, number 49, comes in and puts a grade A shot on Moore when he's down on the ground.
40-year-old Pat Leahy, Louis Aguiar, the punter, to hold. And so Bruce Coslett opts to come away with some points. He didn't want to go all the way down the field and have the Bears pull off a goal line stand. And on the road, he elects to go for 3 on a 4th and 1, and we're tied.
Showing a lot of respect for a very tough Bears defense. Good choice.
1 to 10 in my mind. There's a full 10.
Yeah. Again, he's been bothered by a hamstring pull as Neil Anderson finds some room and takes it out to the 37-yard line. Close to a first down, and James Rouse, who was the man in there in place of Mustard, paved the way with a nice block.
Wrong. What else can I do? You can see how close that is to a first down, and their response is, Neil, it's young. It's the season's only 3 weeks old. Just
for Chicago at its own 37 as the Jets bunch together on the line. And Harbaugh will keep it himself and tries to lean for a first down, and he only needed an inch or 2.
Did you see that shift by the Jets defensive line about 2 seconds before the snap?
First down Chicago, 37-yard line. Here's Anderson. Neil loves to run left. Tied late first quarter. Harbaugh from the gun, protected well, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage by Jeff Lageman.
Should be very proud.
First down, New York from the 28. Johnny Hector and Blair Thomas are the backfield combination. And here is Thomas. And Thomas breaks it out to the 41-yard line. A 13-yard gain for the second-year man out of Penn State, stopped by Rivera. And how important it would be for the Jets if this guy begins to come along and stays healthy. 2nd and 10, 1:15 to go. Opening quarter. Game tied 3-3 as O'Brien throws. And the catch is made at the 50 by Rob Moore, who was injured before but came right back. And he's out very close to the first down. Donnell Wolford makes the tackle. 3rd down and 10 from the 49-yard line. O'Brien lofting it for Moore, who's out in front, and he makes the 5-yard line.
Ooh, did he get both feet in?
Well, no, they'll look at that one again, but that was a great catch on the part of Rob Moore.
4-yard line.
Concentrating. There's the right. No, that's out of bounds.
Well, it'll come back. Clearly, Bill Fetty is the replay official.
Yeah, one.
Now the other one's in the air.
Yeah, the left was down the right side of bounds.
Harbaugh on 2nd and 9. Throws a sideline pattern. Caught by Wendell Davis. Stargell with the coverage on the play. Enough for a first down, and it's a pretty even first quarter on the scoreboard and statistically as well.
Very close. Even in time of possession, not bad.
Sideline as Waddle is in motion. They swing it out to Rouse. And a nice little move that he puts on Hasty, and then he loses the football, and the Jets have come away with it. The play is over, but it's recovered by Lonnie Young and the Jets at the 36-yard line. He will get no advance after the fumble, but it is New York's ball.
Hasty's there first, but watch Joe Kelly coming in, number 58. Well, no, actually, he was going across the front, and then it was Kyle Clifton, I think, with a hit from behind that actually got the ball out.
There's an eligible receiver on this play, if they're thinking of trickery in the seed, and they are not, as they keep it on the ground. And this is Thomas, and Blair Thomas picks up 12 and a first down. And look out as Mark Carrier goes over the fence. 3rd and 7 from the 21. O'Brien under pressure and throws too low. John Mangum on the blitz that time, number 26, forced O'Brien to release prematurely, incomplete. Here. He tries to put New York on top. Aguilar to put it down, and this time he leaves it off to the right.
Percentage and accuracy by Pat Leahy.
2nd and 6. And Harbaugh dives, and let's see where they spot it. This is going to be very close to the marker. Two of them lining up on the left side. Rouse and Anderson behind Harbaugh. And again, the Bears to the air, and the catch is made by Thornton, the tight end, and a first down at the New York 46-yard line.
Looked like he just turned from 21. I agree with Kenny Wolf, our producer. That's
3rd and 9. Harbaugh throws, and it's Davis making the catch, but he is short of the first down. Tony Stargell right there. So Wendell Davis is at the other end of that pass. First down. They need about 4.6. And they go to the air. And Rob Moore was the intended receiver with Donnell Wolford right there to break it up and force a punt. Thornton makes the catch, and that's an 8-yard gain out to the 37-yard line.
Anything you want to hear?
Personal foul. Number 97 on a passer. 15-yard penalty. Into the pass completion. First down.
Look at that spin move to the inside by Jeff Lageman. Thomas comes back and does get a cut on him, but boy, you can see the blatant shot to the head there by Marvin Washington.
Eric McMillan has come in to take Young's place on 2nd down, and the catch is made at the 39-yard line by Thornton, who then fights for a first down. He was originally 2 yards short, and now he moves the sticks. Mo Lewis makes the hit.
That was a good catch, too, because Harbaugh had it behind him.
He's up before a game, too.
From the 35, here's Anderson, and he is able to swing by Lageman, and is bumped out of bounds by James Hasty after a gain of about 7.
And Lageman goes immediately after the referee, complaining that he was held. How about it?
3rd and 2 from the 27. Harbaugh dumping it in Thornton's direction, but at the last moment, it's Clifton right back there to help break the play up.
Yeah, we have already seen Clifton tonight do what the Jets have been telling us he's been doing for so long. And
Harbaugh holding. Hilgenberg snaps. And the kick is short. I didn't detect anybody getting a hand on it.
No, I didn't see it either, but he sure didn't strike it pure.
No. Poor kick. So Leahy misses, and then Butler misses.
No, I didn't see a touch.
Still 3-3.
Green wide open and screaming for the football. It would have been wise for Harbaugh to look at him.
Jets take over, and Blair Thomas breaks one for a first down all the way out to the 45-yard line. Donnell Wolford makes the tackle. So
against the Bears, they're great pursuing, and this little counter move sets up to the right and then brings it back to the left against the grain. And
45-yard line.
trying to break it back into the inside. Good move by Blair Thomas.
Content at the 45. Keep it on the ground to Thomas. And Thomas has already rushed for 60 yards in this half. Singletary makes the tackle at the 47 of Chicago.
Brian looked up to Burkett, had a few things to say to him on the way back to the huddle.
The 3rd and 2 at the 47-yard line. 2.5 to go in the half. Game tie 3-3. Baxter, first down. Run out by Wolford inside the 40-yard line.
Again, a counter play that goes against the Bears. Always pursuing defense. And
O'Brien on 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. O'Brien goes underneath and hits Terrence Mathis, who gets to the 19-yard line. Stopped by Mark Carrier. Word with O'Brien before the snap. And it's a good thing he checked with him because he gets the ball and takes it to the 14-yard line where Perry and Singletary converge.
From the air. Here comes the crowd.
Play clock is down to 8. 3rd and 5. Go! Richard Dent makes his presence very much felt. Johnny Hector stopped at the 19.
It's Roy Green against Darrell Green.
Yeah.
Roy Green has lost a step. He's still faster than most outside men.
Here's Leahy with a 34-yard field goal attempt that is perfect, and that is the way the half ends. Leahy 6 and Butler 3 is what it amounts to after 30 minutes of play.
A veritable scoring bonanza.
What a bonanza.
Yes.
Mike Ditka. We'll hear from him at the half. And ABC's Monday Night Football comes back with halftime activities after this message from the NFL in a word.
Halftime numbers are almost as equal as the score, which would be dead equal if we had not have had the one missed field goal. Just a week ago, the sensational dive into the end zone at the end of a 42-yard run.
3rd down and 5 from the 11-yard line. As Harbaugh airs it out, and no Bear is there, and it's only not intercepted because Lonnie Young couldn't figure out which way to turn.
So far to the outside that the Jets couldn't react to it.
And the Bears line up quickly to get the punt away. Buford, fair catch is called for Mathis at the 40-yard line. So the Jets keep the Bears deep in their own territory and then take over after a 49-yard boot. They lead by 3.
A lot of little nicks.
Even this year, fighting a bad back, but playing exceptionally well tonight. 2nd and 7 at the 44. O'Brien throws, and it's Moore who makes the catch at the 45 of Chicago for a first down. Carrier covering. Dent pressures O'Brien, but he gets it away, and it's caught by Burkett, and he takes it to the 30-yard line, and another first down. Tackled by Donnell Wolford. Thomas, nothing. Thanks to Mike Singletary. You run into the middle, you'll run into that man. 1-yard line. And this catch is made by Burkett, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 19, and that's a first down by Stinson. This is a smart, well-executed, and well-conceived drive by the Jets. And the other thing they're doing here is they're taking as much time off the clock as they can, almost into the night. 2nd and 12 from the 22. And O'Brien throws, and the catch is made by Mathis at the 12-yard line. And they're about 3 yards short of the first. Here is Freeman McNeil getting his first carry of the game, taking it to the 8-yard line. Armstrong and Paul are there wearing those goggles because he was poked in the eye last week, and a big gain here because it'll make it 1st and goal. McNeil stays in the game and slotted to the right, and the throw incomplete. Flag on that. Rob Moore says, "Give me a flag." He was covered on the play by Marcus Paul.
And he was almost tackled by Marcus Paul.
Pass interference, number 36 on a defense. Spot foul, automatic 1st down.
He was playing the receiver.
1st and goal, and Brad Baxter takes it in for the touchdown. And the New York Jets move from their own 40. Freeman McNeil leading the way for Baxter on a block, and a big smile creasing the face of Bruce Coslett.
Whose concentration?
2nd and 13 from the 19. Harbaugh, the out pattern to Davis, and he should have, or is at least close to a 1st down. Stargell makes the tackle.
Yeah, real.
The quarter. That's Anderson split right out of the screen. Waddle goes in motion. Harbaugh under heat at the 45-yard line. Davis. Forward progress is to close to the 43, and it's very close to another 1st down. 13-3 New York. Jets nearly jumped. No flag. Harbaugh lost one for Waddle, and they mug him.
That's where a poorly thrown pass ends up being your best friend.
Blitz was on, and it was delivered by Jim Harbaugh, and Hasty tied up on one-on-one coverage.
That amounts to a 28-yard penalty. Anderson on a sweep to the 21. But the Jets have had problems with, in the past couple of years in particular, holding leads late. And again,
Points as Leahy missed the field goal.
2nd and 5. Neil Anderson again. And Anderson diving for that 1st down. Boy, he loves to run left. If you were to run a highlight film of Anderson's career,
he
it would
came close to
include
it,
several touchdowns into the corner of the end zone like last week, and just like that, there's a flag down.
But they're going to bring it back. He accelerates so fast. Now watch him plant that left foot. And he just has a tremendous burst out of it. And then he dives.
3rd and 10. Harbaugh nearly has it picked at the 20-yard line by Lonnie Young, who cuts in front of Dennis Gentry.
Guys, yeah, great look.
44-yard attempt. Butler, who's made one from 33, missed one from 45.
Nail that one.
Ooh, did they need that? A touchdown will tie it now for the Bears. Coming up on Saturday.
2nd and 9. O'Brien sacked at the 28-yard line. Richard Dent.
Better late than never. The inside and got the late sack, and boy, did the Bears need that. Jeff Criswell overreacts to the outside, and Kenny O'Brien wasn't even close to throwing the ball.
And fortunate that he holds on to it, because he takes the full brunt of the 270-pound Drent.
McMichael made him pull the ball down first, but then Richard Dent comes in. You see McMichael go by, but O'Brien still doesn't have anybody to throw to.
2nd and 10 at the 38. At the 49, a nice catch is made by Wendell Davis. A beauty at the 49-yard line on the ground.
A little bit on this, but he would never have got back for the deflection.
Fetty takes another look upstairs. Ron Botch and the umpire, and Howard Rowe tells us.
After further review, play stands as called on the field.
6 catches tonight for Wendell Davis. Anderson to the 16-yard line. Bears also have history on their side. 22-2 in September. Harbaugh to the 8. Davis again, short of the first by about 2. Quiet. Neil Anderson. It'll be first and goal from the 5. Some 4 minutes to play. Out of the eye. Lewis the tailback. Anderson only gets to the 3-yard line where he's stopped by Paul Fraze. It's 4th and goal, and the Bears are going to have to go for it. But first they're going to take a timeout. Quarterback draw. And he gets only to the 2-inch line. Brian Washington stops him.
Well, the Jets safeties, we talked about Young, and now Brian Washington makes a great play.
New York. Inside their 1. Thomas gives them a room as he takes it out to the 9-yard line. A lot of room. Donnell Wolford makes the hit. Big play.
A lot of room is right. Major play for the Jets.
2nd and 2 at the 9. And struggling for that first down is Thomas. And if he has it, that's going to force Chicago to begin to take their timeouts defensively. The clock continues to run with 2:35.
Let's have it done to them by the Jets.
First down from the 12. Thomas. All he cares about now is staying in bounds at the 14-yard line, and Chicago must utilize its last timeout. 2nd and 9. Here's Thomas. He works his way out to the 17. So after the 2-minute warning, it's going to be 3rd down and 5, and a flag goes down after the play. And if this is against Chicago, you can write a finish to this one.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 54 on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
All live to 130.
Yes, you bet.
We're into that sort of vein. Congratulations to Don Shepard.
Look at this! Thomas fumbles the ball, and the Bears have it. Steve McMichael comes up with the football.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. 1 minute and 54 seconds left on the clock. And do you believe this?
Let's take a look.
What?
Thomas piles it up. He's got the ball covered up as he goes through the line of scrimmage.
I mean, McMichael just rips the ball loose from Blair Thomas.
Time is called. They may be reviewing some aspect of this play. Instead, the Jets take timeout. That's what it is. No review.
Look at Steve McMichael get that left hand on the football and just rip it loose.
What a great play by McMichael.
That's why some guys go to the Pro Bowl and some guys go home.
Well, I'll tell you something. Ron Cox just paid the balance of Steve McMichael's mortgage.
Boy. Steve McMichael can have free dinners for the rest of the year on Ron Cox. You're right about that.
That's blood all over the thigh pad of McMichael. I don't believe it's his. And now the look that we saw a moment ago on the face of Ron Cox was on the face of Blair Thomas.
Bears do not have a timeout. 1:54 left. At the 36-yard line. Here's Kozlik's reaction. Oh, boy. Does that say it? My God, he says. At the 36-yard line. From the gun. 4 wideouts. And Harbaugh's in the grass. He dumps it off, but they're going to call it dead at the 46. Dennis Byrd, their big sack man last year, and what a time for a sack here.
This rule that he was not only in the grass, but he was in danger, because under the new rule, that's the only time they're going to call it.
3rd down, 19. Harbaugh throws, and it is somehow caught at the 30 by Tom Waddle, when it looked like when the ball was in the air that Hasty might have an interception. But it's going to be 4th down and about 4.
Watch him move in front of Hasty, who just, I mean, that's an interception. He actually collides with Hasty, knocks him out of the way, and makes the catch.
They're at the 29-yard line. They have to get to the 25. It's 4th down. And they try it with Anderson for a first down. To the 21. No timeout. Clock moving 120. Second and 10. They throw it out to Waddle. Waddle. Does he get out of bounds? Yes. Just barely. Stargell. For the tackle. From the 13-yard line. And it is a first down. Neil Anderson at the 8. First and goal.
They can afford to run the football here.
First and goal, and they do. Anderson, he gets to the 4. Second and goal.
That's the luxury of having a full 60 seconds.
Second and goal at the 3. Harbaugh sacked at the 9-yard line. Clock momentarily stops, and then they'll wind it again. Third down and goal. Harbaugh to the 5. It's going to be 4th and goal as they have one more play. Washington makes the hit. Harbaugh throws. Touchdown to Anderson.
I don't believe this. There's no time on the clock.
His second reception of the night. No flags.
That was pressure play by a quarterback. Here comes Lageman from the right side. He hits the turf. What a play by both Neil Anderson and Harbaugh.
For what it's worth, they're reviewing it, but clearly it stands.
Oh, yeah. And for the Jets, another one gets...
OT.
Fourth and goal, the last play in regulation. Neil Anderson has to come back to a low ball, dig it out, and roll back into the end zone.
Mike Grimm a little late getting there defensively.
Toss.
Receive.
Jets will get the ball. And we'll come back with the first overtime game of the 1991 season after this word from our ABC station. O'Brien on first down to Thomas. He takes it out to the 13-yard line. Long 3. O'Brien, well, he gets 3. Did he get the long 3 or the short 3?
Well,
Boyer makes the catch.
No, he's not going to make it.
We're going to mark it short.
First.
Oh! That long field goal was against the Bears back in '85.
Third and 7. O'Brien looking to get it to the 27-yard line, and this time they are definitely short. The catch is made up at the 26-yard line, and it will be 4th down. Mark Boyer, the tight end. Average kick. 32, Bailey. Up to the 39-yard line, so a 7-yard run back. He is stopped by Kyle Clifton. Roused in motion. Neil Anderson. Marvin Washington makes the tackle. It's Gentry in motion.
And they barely beat the clock.
Harbaugh has to get it to his own 49, and he does. Tom Waddle into Jet territory. Out of Butler's range here. If they don't gain a yard, you're looking at a 61-yard field goal. And Harbaugh's throw, and there is Waddle, but this time, no. He does not make the catch. No catch this time.
Wolf, our producer, telling us it hit the ground, and indeed it did. Still, though, what an effort.
At a time. O'Brien going deep for Moore. Nearly picked off by Wolford. Perfect coverage. O'Brien. This This is Lisenhunt, the tight end, and he's got a first down up to the 36-yard line. Blair Thomas gains 3. Singletary makes the hit along with Rivera.
Dan and Armstrong.
2nd and 6. Dent chasing O'Brien as the pass is thrown to Moore, and that's a first down. He's out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Donnell Wolford runs him out of bounds, and O'Brien, knowing he's going to get hit by Dent, gets it away. And first down, New York. Catch is made. This is Burkett. He wrestles his way down to the 36, and they are almost in field goal range. 5:23 left in overtime. And the Jets have been perfect in these situations tonight, converting. And here is Baxter fighting his way for a first down. He was originally stopped. And Brad Baxter, the second-year running back out of Alabama State, has just given New York a huge first down.
Finds Zach Wheat.
It's an incredible figure. 2nd down and 8. And the catch is made by Thomas, who comes back to the 23-yard line. There's a marker down, however, back at the 39. If it's against the Jets, this could take them out of field goal range for the moment. But
whoa! Roughing the passer.
Lead one from 34 and missed from 37. Leahy, the oldest player in the league.
On first down, he better make this, or Bruce Coslett has made the worst call I've ever seen.
28-yarder.
Drive was started at the 20. They were moving it well.
Aguilar puts it down, and Leahy misses it.
Of course, he might have been thinking of the fumble that cost them the game earlier.
Boy, is this a wacky game. Oof.
Now time is a factor. 3:50 remaining.
Now the Bears have one timeout. They're at their own 20. There's Ditka's reaction. From the 20. Harbaugh throws. Here's Waddle making the catch. And Waddle's trying to get out of bounds, and he does up at the 29-yard line. 3:43 left.
Has Waddle done anything wrong tonight?
At the 28. Harbaugh to Anderson. A first down to the 39-yard line. Harbaugh wants to go without a huddle. Oski and Gentry to the left. Harbaugh buying time, and at the 46-yard line, that's a first down. Who else? Waddle.
And what a great athletic delivery by Jim Harbaugh.
Blitz and a fumble by Harbaugh. And then he throws, and it's caught by Kozlowski, and he's tackled at the 42-yard line. Davis in motion. Fake gives to Anderson, and a pass to Davis, and he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they're very much in field goal range.
That was a beautiful play.
You can do it with a good athlete like Harbaugh. He is totally naked. He has no one out there with him. And he's able to get the ball again to Wendell Davis. They get the first down.
It's been the ugliest game ever played on Monday night.
But I mean, might have been. 2nd and 9. Harbaugh on a roll. Harbaugh throwing to Boso, and they end the game with a touchdown.
Bears football.
Zone, and the teams have left the field.
It would be a fitting climax.
Take a look at this.
Oh.
Here's Cap Boso. Let's take a look. Where does his knee? His knee's down. His knee is not down. I don't think that's a touchdown. It was ruled a touchdown on the field.
James Hasty is the man
I
who
think
racks
his
him up.
I think his knee touched before he goes across the goal line, and we're being told by Kenny Wolf in our truck that they're going to reverse this.
They're going to have to go get a lot of players.
They're going to bring the teams back. Most of the Jets are already in the locker room.
They have to do it. That was not a Chicago touchdown. Tim Weigel of the WLS and Jim Harbaugh. And this game's not over yet, Jim. Oh, this is the wildest ending I have ever seen.
This is it. I've never seen anything like this.
I mean, you may have guys in the shower by now. In fact, the refrigerator who doesn't shower might be gone.
The Jets plane could be halfway to Cleveland for all we know.
All right, guys, let's set this up. Bruce Coslett would kick the field goal in this situation on first down. That's what he did before with Leahy, and Leahy missed. Now Mike Ditka has the option of going right for the field goal or stuffing it into the end zone.
I think you're looking at a Harbaugh quarterback sneak.
It's a rehearsal.
You know, that was a great call they made, and it showed a lot of confidence in letting Harbaugh go to the air when they had it well within the reach of Kevin Butler. And it shows that they do believe in him, that he'll protect it. That's the sight.
Look at this. I don't even know if he knows it's there.
Waddle's done it all tonight.
Why'd they turn the lights out? Played just as good a football game as a defensive end can play. He has done everything he could possibly do to help the Jets win.
He didn't save anything, did he?
No.
He turned it loose.
No. And Bruce Coslett, I'm sure, will defend his decision to send Pat Leahy out there on first down. Don't get in.
And they should be winding the clock here, and they do.
Yeah.
Harbaugh. Is Boso in motion? And Harbaugh dives in, and we're waiting for a signal. There is none yet. Now there is, and we think the game is over.
Would you believe?
Well, who knows? We may review this one. Don't leave yet, guys.
Harbaugh says, is it over, really?
They'll take a look at it if nothing else.
Don't leave yet. Learn.
They're looking at the same shot you are right now.
He didn't get in the first time.
Ooh. There it is.
The ruling's going to be, was his forward progress stopped? Because he didn't get across the first time.
Play is under review.
But he got in the second time, and the ruling's going to be, did the Jets stop his forward progress? The call on the field, which is 6 points.
Bill Fetty, the replay official.
I think Harbaugh was still moving. I don't think they're going to reverse this.
He was still pounding, still driving.
I don't see any way they're going to reverse this. Harbaugh never came to a complete stop. He's hit, he bounces off, his legs are still driving, and he gets in.
He's got it.
It's a touchdown.
Jim Harbaugh has arrived.
Bears win. Bears are unbeaten, and for the Jets, that is as tough a loss as you can ever imagine.
2 weeks in a row for the Jets.
I mean, that's
going
a killer.
Going to be a tough week for them, a tough coaching job to pull them back together.
It's going to be a tough season. I mean, this one stays with you for a while. They'll say it won't, and they'll say you regroup, but when you write the book at the end of the year on a season, this is the kind of game you look back on.